How long does mediumship development take? How long will it be until you can give a high quality reading to a sitter and consistently? In this video, I'm sharing my no filter take on how long it takes to develop your mediumship to a level of proficiency. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. You can hit the bell too. That way you'll be notified the next time that I release a new video about all things mediumship. The first thing I have to say is that mediumship development takes a lifetime. That may not be the most popular answer that you want to hear, but there just really isn't a time that arrives when you're done. It's important to understand this right from the beginning because there is no room for ego in mediumship when you think you've reached a certain level that you don't need to keep learning anymore. When I hear a medium say they're tired of focusing on the beginner stuff, that's when I think to myself, uh-oh, they're likely to get their ass handed to them, and probably soon. But if you're wanting to understand how long it might take before you can give a high quality reading, that answer is a little more complicated. Mediumship development is different for everyone because our own practices of mediumship are so unique and they tend to match up with who we are as people, what our style is, how we communicate, and how we learn. If you have a lot of natural ability and it seems high potential, it's possible that you may develop your skills a little more quickly than the average bear. If you don't feel that mediumship comes easily to you or that you have much of a natural ability, your road to giving high quality readings could be a little slower or a little longer, regardless of your pace. If you commit to putting in the work consistently and continuously, there's no reason you can't reach a certain level of proficiency. A great way to describe this is using the analogy of learning to play the piano. Some have more natural ability and develop faster. Some feel that it's more of a challenge for them and they may move forward a little more slowly. But anyone who is committed to learning to play the piano will be able to learn and reach a certain level of proficiency. It's likely that only a percentage of them will become professional pianists, and likely that even a smaller percentage of those will become famous or well known for their skills as a pianist. Many tutors have shared with me that it took them years to be able to bring through certain kinds of evidence. I've heard from other tutors that even after 20 to 30 years of practicing mediumship, they can feel spotty when it comes to getting names accurately in every single reading. I met a woman in a development circle that I was in who shared with the group that she studied in a development circle for 2 years with little to no progress. And then all of a sudden at the 2-year mark, she started making huge gains. There are also mediums who have sat in circle for years before deciding to give readings publicly. And a tutor at Arthur Findlay College once said to me that they'll receive calls with people asking, if I take this weekend workshop, will I be able to be a medium when it's over? And she smiled and laughed and said, no. Now, none of this means that if you commit and put in the work that you won't start to see your skills growing. You very likely will. Just because development can take time, that doesn't mean that you won't be able to start bringing through powerful evidence. And sometimes sooner than you think, even if delivering a full-fledged reading that's 45 to 60 minutes with a high percentage of accuracy doesn't happen right away. But when you do get to that level of high proficiency, I promise that you will have lots of readings where you feel like you are flying high, and at least every once in a while, a reading that completely baffles you and throws you for a loop. Are you a developing medium? How long have you been practicing? Go ahead and share below. I don't share any of this to burst your bubble, but instead to manage your expectations when it comes to mediumship. It's such a powerful practice and there are so many rewards. So regardless of your pace, you'll love the moments of excitement that come with the journey of mediumship. I like to have a specific focus in mind when it comes to my development over a 1 to 3 month period. And during that time, I probably laser focus in on 1 or 2 aspects of my mediumship practice that I'd like to improve. I find that this speeds my development along a lot more efficiently because I'm not attending classes where I dabble in one area of my mediumship here, another area there. Instead, I'm continuing to laser in and practice over and over again the thing that feels like a challenge for me at the time. For me personally, my mediumship became apparent to me when I wasn't looking for it and didn't even realize that mediumship existed. Now that I'm on this journey, if I look back, it's become a lot more obvious to me that I've been using these skills without knowing that I was using them for quite some time. And that could be why it felt like my skills took off very quickly and rapidly right from the beginning. Even with that being the case, I'd like to emphasize the fact that I dove in head first and put the work in continuously, day after day, learning from good teachers, attending classes, practicing giving readings regularly. The only way for you to know for certain how long development will take for you is to start practicing and putting the work in with good support. I have come to believe that there are very powerful ways to go about teaching mediumship. On my journey, I've noticed that there are aspects of the mechanics of mediumship that need to be focused on and consistently, and that's why I've created my mediumship development framework that focuses on the 5 C's of mediumship: being a clear channel, communication with spirit and the clairs, confidence, community, and what I call command of craft. If you'd like to hear more about my mediumship development circle and the 5 C's, you can always check out my YouTube video, Mediumship Development Circles, What Are They? Making sure that as you develop, you're touching all 5 of these C's, I found to be such a powerful and efficient way to develop your skills, and swiftly. Why? Because it's a strategic way to make sure that you're not missing powerful aspects of the mechanics of mediumship. It's also got a more targeted focus that can be customized to your unique way of practicing mediumship. And with that, you can expand your awareness and take your skills to the next level. In the meantime, if you're interested in strengthening your clairs so you can speak to spirit, I encourage you to download my free guide. It's just below. It's called 3 Easy Exercises to Strengthen Your Clairs and Speak to Spirit. You can also check out my free training, 3 Essential Practices to Strengthen Your Skills as a Medium. Both links are in the video description below. You can also check out mediumshipwithmel.com. There you can book a private reading with me, a group reading, and you can even check out my development circle if you'd like to learn right along with me. If you like this video, give it a like. Don't forget you can hit that bell if you'd like to be notified the next time I release a new video about all things mediumship.